They're off. The Group 3 Albany Stakes, 6 furlongs, 1,200 metres ahead of them. Out on the left, Nad Al-Sheba Snow in the noseband is up with a small group over there with Burning Pine and California Dreamer. Kylie of La Calcia, the yellow and red, and Peregrine Falcon in the black and red is last of the small group that race far side of centre. The larger group being led by Convo with the striped cap and Heaven's Gate in the blue and orange as now the groups converge, approaching halfway. Substitute in the blue and green is just in behind the leaders with Hot Darling in a pale blue jacket. Mountain Breeze in the royal blue. One from the right is Cradle of Love, and then further right to Royalty Bay. Fairy Godmother is trapped on heels in behind horses, caught in a pocket at the moment, Ryan Moore. The blue and orange alongside Twafiq. Simmering Spotted Cap is last but one. JV is last of all ridden along. They're moving on down inside the last 2 furlongs. And right down the centre, it's Heaven's Gate in front here. Mountain Breeze is giving chase. Here comes Simmering on the right-hand side. Blue Sleeves begin to stay on strongly. Heaven's Gate inside the last furlong. Now Fairy Godmother has found daylight. She's beginning to fly and is coming right over the top. Fairy Godmother with a withering run gets through the score, and it's Moore and O'Brien again from Simmering at Heaven's Gate, and it was close for fourth between California Dreamer and Mountain Breeze. Ready? They're off. 6 furlongs for the Commonwealth Cup. Military got out well in the centre, the maroon and blue, but is taking an early lead from Orne in a silver jacket. They are beginning to cluster centre to near side, and it's Orne who leads. The Starlust in the pink and green, and Evade in the black and blue handy. Pocklington in the black and yellow is chasing the leaders. Inisherin is on the far side, the left of the group in the yellow and black spots, being followed by Classic Flower and Kind of Blue. Louis Bartar is back in midfield with Pandora's Gift, who's towards the right in the pink and blue, and then Mal. The grey just saw is held up with Lake Forest and Military, and Give Me the Beat Boys in the noseband is ridden along, outpaced as they go beyond halfway. 2.5 furlongs to go in the Commonwealth Cup, and it's Orne in front. Starlust in the pink and green moving up to challenge. Inisherin down the centre in the spots beginning his run. Kind of Blue is also coming through, down towards the near side, picking up Evade, also staying on Pandora's Gift, but Inisherin swept to the front outside the furlong. Kind of Blue with the light blue sleeves is giving chase, just saw the grey, is also running on strongly. Inisherin is over 2 lengths clear, a dominant display, and Inisherin takes them apart to win the Commonwealth Cup.
They're ready, and they're off for the Coronation Stakes. The Group 1 are over 1 mile on the round course. And through the early stages, Porta Fortuna, the white and green, shows handily. Opera Singer out wider, also with a prominent early roll, and between those two is Skellet. It's another 2 lengths away to the nose-banded See the Fire, who is racing in company then with Rahia. Another 2 lengths and back to Ratuel, who is together with El Malka in the yellow. The back two, Content and Folgaria. They continue on the side of the course as they race towards the final 5 furlongs. Opera Singer to the outside of Skellet. These two now disputing. A length and a half in behind him in third is Porta Fortuna. Rahira's got a lovely spot there in fourth. A further length then back to See the Fire, who's just another length in advance of Rematuel. Then further back to find El Malka, Content and Folgaria remain the back two. Heads are about to turn the way back towards home and racing towards the final 3 furlongs. Skellet to the inside of Opera Singer, the leading pair. Porta Fortuna and Rahia are poised in behind. Then came See the Fire, Rematuel in the white and black. El Malka ridden for more in the yellow. And Content and Folgaria up the home straight inside the final 1/4 of a mile. Skellet towards the inside of Opera Singer. Then Porta Fortuna back in third, trying to launch an effort is Rematuel. Then came Rahia, See the Fire and Amalka. Opera Singer went on. Porta Fortuna goes with her. Rematuel is coming home strongly. Then came El Malka. They're inside the final half, and it's Porta Fortuna getting the better of Opera Singer on the run towards the line. And Porta Fortuna has won the Coronation Stakes. Ready to go. And they're off. Racing away over 1.5 miles for the Duke of Edinburgh Stakes. As they head through the opening stages, Cumulone Limbus is one of the first ones to show and takes out a clear lead now from Fairbanks and Colossal, with those Struth in the blue and yellow colours from the purple of Tony Montana. Mandub is tracking those, and then came Ethical Diamond. Very wide on the course down the far side is Deakin. Further back to Party Central, the white and green with the red cap. Safecracker just in front of her at this stage. Behind that group of runners then is Crystal Black with Ziggy. More towards the inside is Sea King in the mauve and light green. Then Vaguely Royal in the black with the yellow cap from Sheer Rocks. And then the grey wider out still Shadow Dance. Epic Poet, Mahaba the Champ and Bagdoor are the back runners. Heading over towards Swindley Bottom, now approaching the final mile. And it's Cumino Nimbus who leads the way under Holly Doyle. From Mandubi sits in second position. Back in third then is Deakin. Fairbanks towards the inside of him. Then Tony Montana and Colossal. And Ethical Diamond is quite keen. Racing there back in sixth position from Struth. Behind Struth is Party Central. And then came Sea King and Ziggy. Ahead of Safecracker in the blue. Then Vaguely Royal. Behind Vaguely Royal is Crystal Black. Then Shadow Dance and Sheer Rocks, Mahaba the Champ, Epic Poet and Bagdoor is last of all. They continue their journey on the side of the course as they climb, heading inside the final 5 furlongs. It's Cumino Nimbus who leads it by a half a length only to Mandube in second, Fairbanks in third in the white jacket. Deakin held together in fourth. Then the grey Colossal. Ethical Diamond is next in that white jacket, the pink cap. Then Tony Montana to the inside of Party Central, followed by Struth and then Sea King and Ziggy and Safecracker, Vaguely Royal. And then further back to Crystal Black and Sheer Rocks, Mahaba the Champ, Epic Poet, Shadow Dance and Bagdoor. The field begin to turn towards home. Mandude now moves into the lead. On the inside there, Fairbanks is challenging. Deakin poised to strike, still being held together. Then Colossal. Ethical Diamond is now ridden for more, back in fifth. They're racing now down towards the final furlong and a half. Fairbanks to the inside of Deakin. Mandube is sticking on really bravely. Here comes Ethical Diamond down the outside under Ryan Moore. Crystal Black in those green sleeves also moving up. Lots of the chance inside the final furlong. Crystal Black has now mastered Ethical Diamond. Then Mandube and Fairbanks and Epic Poet from miles back. But it's Crystal Black to win the Duke of Edinburgh Stakes from Epic Poet and Ziggy, and then came Ethical Diamond followed by Mandube and Fairbanks.
They're off for the Sandringham Stakes, a mile ahead of them. And over on the far side, the left-hand Group D Flawless in a maroon jacket is away well with Fair Angelica. My Margie is in that group with Zenjabila in the yellow and blue, and Mrs. Morel and Forever Blue with a red cap, and Battle Queen is in behind him with Everlasting and Shinjidai and Indelible in a pink cap, and then Julika and Arisig is last of that group that races towards the far side, towards the left. Meanwhile, over on the right-hand side as they move to the end of the third furlong, Satwar in a yellow jacket under the rail is followed by Strutting and Nocturnal and Uluru. Rachnar with a striped cap is not far off the pace with Cat Ninja and Gushing Gold and a noseband, and Kitty Rose is just in behind them. The orange and red on the sleeves, so too Hard to Resist in the scarlet sleeves and Without Words. Balachi now in midfield alongside Viennoise to Asian Days and Flight of Fancy, and then Soprano and Marcella, and further back to Zainab and Rochelle there. Moving on down now towards the final 3 furlongs, and probably just about with the overall advantage, Strutting on the right in the emerald green to D Flawless, the white face on the left. Then Rachnar being followed through by Satwar. Kitty Rose in the right-hand group has got every chance as they move on down inside the last couple of furlongs. On the right, green and white Strutting. Uluru in the green and red is now giving chase. Then Rachnar from Kitty Rose. Soprano. Indelible has moved through over on the far side with a pink cap from Battle Queen. Strutting down the near side. Uluru. Soprano is still finishing off strongly. Indelible doing best on the far side. Soprano beginning to get up. Soprano hits the high notes and wins the Sandringham.
Ready, and they're off. Racing away, it's a mile and a half in front of them for the King Edward VII Stakes. On settling down handy is Agenda in those blue and orange colours. Moving out there towards the inside is Chief Little Rock under Wayne Lorden. It's going to be Chief Little Rock who now shows from Agenda and the Euphrates. Voyage is quite keen behind him to the inside in those red and green colours. And the 2 shades of blue, that's Defiance tracking the speed. A little bit wider out on the course that is Macduff, who's quite keen. Caught out deep there in those first-time cheek pieces. Behind the early gallop, Harper's Ferry and Royal Supremacy. Diego Velasquez held up in the midfield. Behind him is Space Legend. More towards the inside of him is Theory of Tides. Much further back is War Rooms, together with Calandagan. And the overall trailer is Mondo Man under William Buick. Racing away around Swindley Bottom. And it's Chief Little Rock He holds the gallop of about 2 or 3 lengths now, going along out in front. Nicely ahead of Macduff in second position. Voyage is matching strides with Agenda. They are third and fourth. Then came Defiance. Behind Defiance is the Euphrates in the green. Another 1.5 away to Harper's Ferry, Space Legend, Diego Velasquez, and then much further back to Royal Supremacy in the red and gold silks. Theory of Tides is still some way towards the rear, in company there with War Rooms and Mondo Man, and Calandagan is with that back trio. Racing now inside the final half a mile, and out in front, Chief Little Rock has developed a cushion of nearing 4 lengths at the moment from Macduff. Agenda will start the turn towards home in third, the Euphrates in fourth. Defiance is ridden for more. Harper's Ferry goes all right. Voyage has lost ground. Space Legend and Diego Velasquez are trying to go on the improve at the top of the home straight. And Macduff has now moved into the lead as Chief Little Rock weakens. Here comes Agenda. Big white face, Harper's Ferry, then the Euphrates and Space Legend. Calandagan's building up an effort towards the outside in the green. They're racing towards the final furlong and a half. And Calandagan has stormed into the lead under Stefan Pasquier. Has taken 3 lengths out of the field in no time. From Space Legend, then Royal Supremacy. And Mondo Man's running on from the back. But Calandagan's going to be a runaway winner of the King Edward VII Stakes. Calandagan for France, seeing us Space Legend, then Royal Supremacy and Mondo Man. And they're off, racing away for the Palace of Holyrood House handicap stakes over the 5 furlongs as they split into just about 2 big groups. No half measures, and Dorney Lake, Majestic Beauty and Jubilee walk over toward the far side together with Toka Madeira, and with those is Moswart, and then the grey Symbology. That's the group of 6 runners over toward the far side, and then a separate group headed by Airman with then company there with Van the Man, Woodhay Wonder and Chagrin, then Pilgrim and followed by MacArthur. Behind MacArthur is Matters Most, and then the ridden along Blue Storm, racing more towards the stand side as they head down towards the final 2 furlongs. It's Got to Love a Grey with 2 tribes. Coming into it now is Tazara and Hedge Fund ridden for more. Dear Helle's under pressure. Brave Empire is trying to stay on. Out in the centre of the course, Pilgrim's just about hit the front. No half measures though, still with him. Battling away just in behind, then is Blue Storm, and then came Woodhay Wonder. Up to the line they head. It's Pilgrim out in front, and Pilgrim's going to win from Blue Storm. Woodhay Wonder and no half measures are tight in behind for third. Then Chagrin and Dark Vintage ahead on the sleeve.